Hi, everybody. Hello. Let me turn this up a little. Hi, everybody. Hello, welcome in. Good to see you all here. Sorry for the wait, and sorry for the late. Had an interesting series of activities tonight. Welcome in, Nova. Welcome in, Joe. Welcome in, Tona. Hello, Goral. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Muted or chewing? Am I muted? Swear to God. It says it's reading. You should be able to hear me. You can hear me? Unmute me, you peasant. I'm kidding, of course. So we sorry for the late. I'm kind of still munching a little bit. So if you hear me crunching, I'm sorry. I'll do my best to not to mute while I'm munching. But I'm very hungry. Hi, Joe. Don't worry about it, Tona. I get it. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes Twitch fucks up and doesn't give you the right audio channels. I've seen it happen before. It's weird. But anyway, my partner and I went out to Chipotle tonight for dinner. She really wanted it. Excuse me. And I entered into the car and saw the big bright blue moon outside, and something inside me transformed and caused me to crave fucking chips and queso like nobody's business. And we went to our local Chipotle and found that we had come in just after a large fundraising group had left, and they had cleaned out like half of Chipotle's usual fucking ingredients. So she couldn't get what she wanted. I couldn't get what I wanted. Ghostly Ralph, hello, thank you for the follow, welcome in. So this big group of fundraising, I think kids mostly, came in, cleaned them out, and we were like in line after they'd left. We got to the front after waiting in line, and they were like, hey, so we don't have X, we don't have Y, we don't have Z, we don't have A, B, C, etc. Going down the list, and we're like, all right, well, maybe we don't want to just kind of like scrape dregs off the bottom of the pan, so we'll go somewhere else. And we step outside and we think nothing else is going to satisfy the craving, so we're going to go to the next nearest Chipotle, which is on the other side of town, which would have been faster to get to if we started going there in the first place, but not our usual spot, even if it's maybe slightly closer. We get there and have to wait in line forever. Finally get our food. Finally get back. Take care of the last chores before the end of the night, and here I am. Trying to eat without y'all hearing me eat. Seems if I lean away from the mic a little bit, I can crunch on a chip and y'all won't notice. Not too bad anyway. But anyway. Welcome back, everybody. It's Minecraft again because I can't stop. I have a vision in mind and I haven't accomplished it yet, and that means that I'm on this horrible Fey Gaius, and my soul will not be returned to my body until I complete it. I don't need to worry about you. I've been making some shit happen over here, though. I'm happy to show you, give you a little tour. But also tonight I'm going to experiment with just having some music on in the background, because boy howdy, Minecraft gets like mighty lonely sometimes. We got our little fella back up in action, because I was kind of needing him to farm more things, including this is our little polar bear motherfucker, and this big mean golem in the back, on top of everything else. So he's producing that. I've got the misery chamber back in action once again, slowly siphoning power from the undead, as one does. Yeah, get to grinding up those bows, baby. We just, oh Christ. Well, shit. I'm gonna add arrows to the void list. Because now I'm overflowing with arrows and don't need them anymore. It'll just delete arrows for me now. And it will delete those blaze instruction manuals, so we can get rid of those. Okay, so we got the misery chamber back in action. Because I gotta get more source, I gotta get more experience, I gotta get more maho, so on. I've been working on praising the elder gods and have a little temple over here that I will move downstairs. And I had to start a small ranch of pigs because it was becoming too annoying to run out and find a sacrifice for the elder gods every single goddamn time I needed to pray. Finally got me ranching. Crunching away from the mic, 1 sec. Here's my demonic husband. I found him in a soul phylactery in a dungeon and brought him back to life. He doesn't do anything. He just kind of sits around. Which is fine because I've got a demonic wife who's waiting for her turn. Actually, I might be able to do real quick. Nope. Not cooled down yet. And been working on the bathhouse a little bit. Let me give you a little tour. Come down here. We finally have grass outside again. It's not just a pit anymore. I need to get rid of these seeds, but you know, fine. We'll clear up the the furnace and the sawmill and all that later. Come through the doors. We have a roof now. We have a waystone over here for fast travel for other people. We have a goddess statue over here for when you need to do your praying. We have our receptionist Gargarel, the pigman alchemist, and we have Gontol, the critter that is stuck in the corner, it seems. Who is a smogmog from another dimension, small rocky creature that has volcanic activity in him, and I thought he'd make a fantastic mascot with his little smokestack body. So he's our little mascot for now. Gargarel, I don't think had a good home last time we talked, so I gave him a little gronglet as a light source and pet. He has a little bedroom and a study, little wind chime to, keep it pleasant. Big potion cauldron, and a bed that he never fucking uses. Ever. He really likes staying in the reception area. Despite having everything you need in the back room, don't you? But anyway. We come down this hallway. We have this beautiful view of the setting sun and the moon. I'm going to clear out more of the mountains so you can more easily see it later, but that's, future project. We come down this hallway. I'm going to replace this wind chime, but it's here temporarily. I really like this hallway, although I think it might be a bit much. I might have to work on it a little bit. Come down here. I'm going to turn this into my living quarters downstairs a little bit, but work in progress. And I was working on an aquarium, but I don't like the way it looks, so I think I'm going to rethink how to do this. But we do have our 2 big, chunky catfish in there, along with a couple of little baby regular fish. They're all enjoying their time in there. Just hanging out. And this opens up into what will eventually become the bath house right here. Have a big bath right here, fed in from this waterfall from under the caves. And I want to put a secondary bath out here that's keeping more... Hi, Boingo. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to have a secondary bath out here and try to keep more of the natural, curve of the hills intact. It looks more natural, but that's secondary. Tonight, I want to work on setting up this area right here, setting up this room. Secondary thing, in the process of my advancements in the magical arts, I got a cool raven wing cloak. Damn it! Hello, everyone. There we go. Don't make me put a limit on that, y'all. There we go. So that's where we're at. That's how the bathhouse is looking right now. Once I get things a bit better settled in, I want to schmold the mountain back on over so that a lot of this kind of exposed outer layer is hidden by the rocks. I don't know how to incorporate the window in with that, but I'll figure it out. So it'll hopefully look mostly just like this head is poking out the front. And as you go into the mountain, it'll be more of a relaxing experience. But finally making the bath part of the bathhouse is the goal for today. I technically have what I need to make the bath work, but I don't have... Oh shit. Oh, that shouldn't be triggering twice. Hi everybody. Hi Raiders, welcome in. Hello Lord Luca. It's good to see you, Luca. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. For those of you who don't know I'm Leshii the Dwarf, your non-binary variety dwarven VTuber. Okay, hello, welcome in, welcome in.
How is the Leshii doing? I hope it is good, and if it isn't, who do I need to tenderize?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to tenderize a whole group of fundraising youths for making my dinner take forever. We're doing good. If you don't know who I am your non-binary driving... You know who I am. We're playing Minecraft tonight. Luca, I hope you were doing well. You were doing Sly 2. Oh, shit. One of the classics that I have not played, but I hope it was treating you well. It was treating you very well. Hello, hello. Where even? Yes. My brain is soup right now, but we're making do. We're making soup. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, hello. Sound what you think it is? What sound?
This
nope.
is
Probably
Leshii the Dwarf, your dwarven non-binary variety VTuber.
Wow, that came out better than it ever has before. Amazing. Yes, hello. Hello. I hope Sly was treating you well, Luca. If you have anything you need to do, please do feel free. Take good care of yourself. You know, get a beverage or a food or... I don't know, sleep or shower, whatever you want to do. We are in the middle of making a lovely bathhouse, and we've carved our way through the hill to reach the room where it'll happen. Just have to figure out how to make it happen. Thought it would be Baba Booey from Game Changer. I don't think I'm close to there yet. I don't think I'm at Game Changer Baba Booey yet. That is Baba Booey from season 3 of Joe Pera Talks to You. Or tells you about whatever it's fucking called. I should know, it's one of my favorite shows, but I can't remember the name. But anyway. Isn't Baba Booey from Howard Stern? Probably. Probably. I have no idea, though. There we go. Joe Pera Autism Adventures, basically. Aren't we all? A little bit. So I made some of the things that I need to make the bath work. I think we're going to try and assemble it functionally and then build out from there. We're going to do our best to make that work. Problem is, I can't remember where I put my shit. So, excuse me while I rummage around through my 1,000 things. Next on the list of things I need to do to live in peace is get a storage system working. When that'll happen, honestly, it might be one of the first things I do once I get my own living quarters integrated into the building. How about making a cooking show? Oh, that can't go well. Uh-oh. Pardon if you hear crunching. I can't stop myself from eating. I usually don't allow myself to, but These are dangerous times. Where did I put my shit? Needed, Caliduct. Where did I put them? Have I gone mad? Have I gone mad? Try firebox. Maybe I didn't make a Caliduct yet. The fuck? Gotta work on art. Have a good art then. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good lurk. There it is. These. Maybe I'll bring some. Nah, I don't think I need mud. Real chefs being given prompts from the regular dropout crew. Oh boy. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. I expect that will be a time. There are very few motherfuckers on that in that company that I would trust to cook a real meal. All right, so here we go. Coming downstairs. Find some way to make that more interesting later. I don't know. We have this water flowing in, and I want it to be part of things, but I think I want to have it like... It looks like this because I was trying to get it to like look good splitting from one side to the other, and I think it'll run through some channels into a pool. I think that'll look really nice. And then I kind of want it to flow out into the river again. It's kind of like one continuous thing. I know that's not how like a hot spring totally works, but fuck it, honestly. I think one of the big things I have to do, I think I want to clear out a lot of this moss because I might be using it. But also, I need to bulk out some of this to get a better, flatter space. Which means I'm going to need dirt and I'm going to need stone. Trust Brennan, but it would weigh like 15 pounds. Brennan is the kind of guy who I think would either make the best Thanksgiving dinner you've ever had while having a mental breakdown in the process, or he can only make mac and cheese. The one or the other. I know that he really wants to be a dad. I know that's his big thing. He does not strike me as a man who can cook. And that may be mean. But he seems like that kind of nerd. He is a dad now. Oh, I had no idea. Congratulations, Brennan Lee Mulligan. Now you can be either the best or the worst bedtime story reader in the world. Come to your day job where you do it again to adults. Right, so I'm going to temporarily block off water. Ow. There we go. I'm gonna put that there so we know where it came from. Hope his kid and Lily's turn out to grow up to be pals and that Dropout has a daycare. Oh, I'm sure it will have something like that. I'm sure. Dropout cares a lot for its people, regardless of how weird their needs are. I have no doubt that they'll make something like a daycare happen. Seeds. Seeds. I wish you could set it to other stone building materials. There we go. Lily Dew from Dirty Laundry is also very pregnant right now. I had no idea. Loving the 60 puppies. Oh, you got new puppies. Oh, congratulations. Everybody say hi to Momo / Whale Shark, who is in the server. This is his server we're playing in. Everybody say hi. Bevy, hello, welcome in. Grant does make virgin. Yes, I believe... I don't know that Grant could go without making virgin beverages, given how frequently Sam appears on all of the shows, and that dude is allergic. I'm sure there is like a standard policy, but also Grant, while a very unique and strongly willed human that he is, sounds worse than I mean it to. I'm sure he enjoys it. He's about the ritual, the theater of the thing, really. He's a very special boy, isn't he? Chat says hi, by the way. Can everyone in chat also say hi, Dan, who is not the maker or host of the server, but is a friend who has been playing on it a lot. He is also the one who will speedrun the fucking game super fast. He is working on his nuclear energy system right now. You too, Dan. Hello, chat. I am bad at civil engineering and infrastructure. You're in good company. Chungo Bungo is Momo / Whale Shark. That is their name. I don't think they go by Chungo Bungo in any other place. Have a sip? I will, thank you. I hope you're doing well, Bevy. I feel like I'm... Fuck. I think... I'm like constantly trying to remember where I remember anyone from. I'm pretty sure I saw you on Blue Sky. I don't remember exactly where, but I've been poking my head in where I can. I hope you're doing well. I'm happy to see you. God, my brain is fried right now. It's been so goddamn hot. I haven't been able to like conjure thoughts recently. It's been better than it has been, but that's a very, very low margin. I talked about it before, but I've been recently in the effort of like walking the dog every day. I'm not in the best physical shape, and neither is he. So we've been working together in a concerted effort to take good care of each other. Mostly me. I don't think he cares that much about my health generally. He is a dog. He is also not my dog necessarily, even if he's my special guy. He is my partner's dog. We've been walking every day, and it's been so hot recently that it kind of strikes me as a very pleasant, balmy day when I come in from the walk and it's only 96. We hit 108 today. We've hit 114 within the last couple weeks. A little bit before that was 116. It's a real all-around fuck-ass time, if you'll pardon my French. These are just the days that we have to deal with here in SoCal, frankly. I'm sure it's better elsewhere, but hearing my friends online complain about it, it doesn't feel like it's getting much better. But we're making do. We're making do, and my special guy, partner's dog, looking a lot better than he has been. I may not be the best dog owner / keeper in the world, but by God, I love that guy, and I wanna have him as long as I can. Sometimes you'll hear him in the back of streams, but not always. I think he's come to realize that he doesn't really like being around while I'm streaming because I'm loud. I appreciate all of you liking me where my partner's dog doesn't. Fuck, it's been hot. It's been hot. It's been so goddamn hot, but it's also finally cooling down. He's a good dog. He is. Finally cooling down. I can tell there's something in the air. We're finally nearing autumn. We're not there yet, but we're nearing it. We've got... I don't know if anyone's looked outside, but we have a beautiful fucking supermoon tonight. And if that's not a good omen, I don't know what is. It's good. I got a good feeling on the wind, you know? Gonna go pass out. Have a good night. You gotta take care of yourself. And that includes having a rest. But look at the moon before you do. It's huge. I'm not fucking kidding. It's big. Big and it's orange. Great. Whew. So anyone who hasn't gone outside and seen the moon today, do it. And if you're European, I'm sorry. You missed it. Probably. I do wonder somewhat if things like supermoons are locationally dependent. I don't think so. Not really. It doesn't make sense in my mind now that I think about it, but I don't know. Maybe the moon gets shy over Siberia. I don't know. The world moves in ways that we can't explain sometimes. And by we, I mean people who aren't scientists, like me. Scientists could probably explain it just fine. That's not my demographic now, is it? I talked recently, I think on Blue Sky, about a game I've been playing recently with myself, which is when I'm kind of idly browsing YouTube shorts. See one from Hank Green come up. Love the guy. He's a real interesting dude, very smart. But he definitely knows to advertise his stuff, mostly his shorts, with like soft clickbait. He loves telling people about the world. Done dropout content. He's done that stand-up, yes. His first stand-up ever, I believe. But he will kind of sort of clickbait his shit. Not to like an egregious degree, but he knows what the algorithms are like. But he'll post a video that's, you know, very softly clickbaity, and I will read the question that he's been asked and kind of try to puzzle out if I can tell the answer just on my own from what I know in the world before I click on the video and find out. I don't know, it makes me feel smart when I can do that. It's not often. I'm always learning something interesting. But it feels really fucking good when I can get it right. They are, I think, because our moon is average size today, but it was large last night. Oh, maybe it is locationally dependent. Oh. Who knows? Maybe the moon doesn't smile over Siberia, after all. All right, almost there. Almost there. Gotta get the mega torch out here. It is season of Dimension 20. That's right. Forgot about that. I haven't watched Dimension 20 because I have my hands full with other what's that genre? Long play, real play. No, that's not it. You know what I mean. I got my hands full with other D&D podcast type shit. Not to say it isn't good. Tabletop broadcast? I guess, yeah. Something like that. Alright, so. Let's... So it's up here. Get at least up to here. Put one here. Here. This will split here. Uh-oh. There we go. I think this will, if I do it correctly, make it so it splits into a relatively even gate-like formation. Yes. Perfect. All right. I will eventually replace these with something else. Some other material. I will probably tie it to the entrance in some fashion, but I have that. Mark these off. We need to carve out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if I want water to be here, then that object has to be here, and that means that this has to be here. What? Hold on, I'm missing a thing that I'm looking for. Alright, my deep slate. Put it away? Yes, I did, I guess. Okay. So, I think I'm mathing this out correctly. I think I need a deep slate here. Then I need a bucket of lava. Then deep slate here. Merle vent here. Shit. Need it all one further down. Yep. That. Yep. Get our firebox. Three, 4. Get some water. None of you are water I can pick up. Okay. Let me find my sink. They're inside. Get sink. Don't tell anyone this isn't spring water. It will be. For testing. It's just for testing. If I'm correct, this should turn into a hot spring. That looks like it. Look at those little wisps of steam. Watching to see if my XP goes up. I can't tell. I can't tell. Don't think that's Hollywood played. Oh, is that enabled? It shouldn't be. Let me redeem that. Oh shit, I don't think I have that enabled. Oh shit. Oh god. Hello. Oh fuck, it's still flag double. One sec, everybody. Hello, Raiders. If you don't know who I am, I'm Leshii the Dwarf, your non-binary variety dwarf and VTuber. Hi, Menagerie. Hello. I hope you're having a great time. Fuck, ow. Why did they re-enable everything? What? There we go. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, Scavenger. That one's broken. It should have been disabled, but it was left on, I guess. Hello, Raiders. Hello, welcome in. Community Snarty. Snail Simulator. Oh, hell yeah. We love Snail Simulator. I hope you had a good time with it. I hope you really enjoyed that. So much scuff. It was great. Yeah, well, you're in good fucking company here, aren't you? Welcome in 4. Go. It was straight. No. Be good. Yep. Slowly dragging your community in. Fair. You know, that's how they do it in Snail Town. Slowly. Pig reception is still there? Yes, they are. You know what? Why don't I give you the tour? Because I've made this lovely hallway since I last logged in. Hello, Scapegoat. Scapegoat, excuse me. Got our receptionist here, Gargoyle, and I found this fella named Gontal. He is a smogmog. He is a creature that has volcanic activity, and he seemed like a lovely mascot. So he's here too. And we built this. Sorry, I off stream built this hallway, and we're making the actual hot spring now. That's where we're at. We've got this going. Seems to be working great. Seems to be working fantastic. Each of these little floor plates, I think, has to be under water to make it work. As in, the hot spring is only where these plates exist. I am happy to say that it is 100% powered by volcanic activity, thankfully. I could do this with just like a stove that is fed with wood, but this is free. Harnessing the power of the earth is free. That's the real vibe. In vanilla Minecraft, no, this is a mod. Sorry to disappoint. But this is something we can do. These are not where I want them to be. Might punch them out a little bit further. Run off the survey plan to make yourself a hot spring. Sorry. Convince them to make a mod. To make a modded run. Get these in. But yes, Menagerie, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for bringing you folks along. Take some time to take care of yourself if you need to. You always should. Good. Minecraft is one of the departments under you. Oh. Good. Just think about it, you know? Ooh, that was a bit of a lag spike. Bed soon once you wind down a bit. Fair. Is the season. What? Let's see. I need... Shit, what was it called? Aliduct. Just insert them. There we go. Yeah, I can just make these. Cool. Any wood. Just over here and get one of these burned down trees and not fuck around with going all the way upstairs to craft things. It's a convention center. Think about it. Think about it. They might love you. Specifically for modding their Minecraft server. It totally won't be super unreliable and break all the time. Admittedly, this one hasn't, so, you know, grain of salt. Thank you, Scavenge. See. Get a bunch of these in here. Make as many of these as possible. These need felsic tuff and concrete, and concrete is a pain in the ass. 4x4 is 16. I don't know. I don't think I have enough, but oh well. Yeah, I'm short finishing this off, but I'll just have to go make more concrete. So it goes. Oh well. And at least be in. There we are. I haven't created the singularity yet. It's true, though I haven't gotten as far into some mods as I've wanted because I've spent all of my time working on building a nice house. And this nice house has turned into a community center. So, you know, we're making do. Might pump up the front end a little bit. Snailed for 4 hours. That's a lot of snailing. You gotta rest your shells. I don't know much about snail anatomy. You gotta rest up after snailing for 4 hours. Do you have anyone? Look, Snail Simulator is, despite its unusual origins, perhaps one of the most compelling experiences of our generation. I'm just saying. What? Oh. Check the misery hole again. Restock the powered battery. Seems like everything's going okay. Make a shit ton of blaze rods. Hell yeah. Anyway. Set up to do the snare raid to Sneven in the next few days. Ah, fuck. I might reach out because a friend and I did Snail Simulator a little while ago, and we were thinking about doing another one. Next time we do it, I might hit you up, see if maybe we can make something happen. But I don't know when that is, so don't don't wait for me. Let's see. What do I need for concrete? Sand and gravel. We have a lot of gravel recently. Could be fun. Nape is your snexpert on it. Always good to cruise up the stairway. There you go. Next time, we'll sneak out. We'll snark something out. We'll snake you to snurch. This knowledge is infinite. Truly is. There's the gravel. There's more gravel. 2 gravel. Is that all the gravel it is? I have? Yes, it is. Let's go to the desert again. Have amethyst geode over here. That'll take us most of the way there. Now you get speed boost when in a group. You know, so many people who will be so excited for that. Let's be real, there's still the jumping. That really solves all issues, but knowing that there's a speed boost just for being in a crew, that's compelling. Now that's gameplay. Go chill with some plastic duck simulator. Please do. Good. Enjoy yourself. For you. Reed bee. Well, I can't capture you, so. Enjoy yourself. Reed bee. You can get 10 snails to climb, won't take 2 whole days. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe the 2 whole days is worth it. Have you ever considered that? Oh, that was easy. I realized I guess I haven't been here yet. Pardon me, my partner just came by and dropped off the dog. Guess he was done being upstairs. Why don't we take a moment to explore this wizard's tower before we get back to the bath. Gotta work up a good sweat to enjoy a good bath, girl. Oh, secret water elevator in there. Secret in heavy quotes. There we go. An axolotl in here too. That's cute. Does it have a name? It does. Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Wanna be my friend? We can be friends. Let me dump a bunch of my crap in my backpack here. Like, Crystal, stay in this home, but it's gonna be full of dead people soon. Fine, I also live in Crystal's native habitat. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Hi. I'm fine, I promise. It's all fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. That was your attic, but that doesn't mean stop the squirrels from liking it. Well, maybe that's the whole point. Maybe the whole point is that you're letting the squirrels in. Oh, stuck in here. I guess I'm There's a way down. The way back into that room. Okay. Let's fly up to the top then. Woo! Alright. Am I meowing when I get hurt? Yeah, okay, so so I have these little kitty cat slippers. gonna keep creepers away from me. But they do make me meow when I get hurt. So, you know, it's part of it, I guess. You know how it is when you get hurt and you let out a little meow because you're in your kitty cat slippers. Fine, don't worry about it. There's very little to do here. I murdered a community because I thought there would be loot, and there wasn't. Not much, anyway. Well, I have crystal now, so there's that. Why don't we slide underground here and find some gravel? Ooh! Fucking huge cave, Christ. Beautiful cave. Huge. Gravel, not stone. Excuse me, have you got gravel in stock? You got any gravel? Cats will provide a barrier for creepers, like a wall, hence their caterwauling stops creepers. Exactly. You get it. You get it better than anyone else has ever got it. God damn it. Ow. Oh, yes, you. Alright. I was thinking that might actually be very useful. About it? That's supposed to be a mimic? It was a mimic. Look, it's Minecraft. They can only do so much. We're not talking about gameplay excellence here. This is gameplay okayness. It's more tentacles. Wouldn't get it on the mod shop if it did. This isn't the Nexus we're talking about. Yummy heart. Any food? Can't eat crystals, so I guess not. Ooh, chest. While they're infighting, glowberries. Not a lot to. I want gravel. There's gravel. Tired of all these critters attacking me. Is that enough gravel? No. That? No, still. Remember to lock down the damn drop-in stuff. Oh, yes. So I did. Unpopular opinion, I think the system has potential. The biggest problem with their new like knocking system is that you can't turn it off. You have to like do all this bullshit to make it not happen. However, I will fully admit that there was a time where I strongly considered making a Twitch redeem where if you paid enough points, I would unprompted call one of my friends on the phone and see how long I could keep them on the phone on stream. And this would make for a very convenient method of doing that. However, I think that would also be a very convenient method of ruining my fucking friendships. So if I get the approval for some others to do that, I might enable that, just for the sake of some. But until that happens, it's It's shut down. It's like favorites only and with an empty favorites list. Not be friends with someone who would do that. Yeah. I know that it is not a wise thing to do and not a very considerate thing to do, but it is also a level of humor that I find fucking hilarious. It would also be very much a situation where, like, I would have a talk with them and say, hey, I'm doing this. Would you be okay with me doing this to you, or should I take you off the list? I can think of maybe 2 people who would be okay with me doing that. And that's why it hasn't happened. I consent to being called out of the blue and talk on the phone with Leshii. Exactly. Exactly. It would not be, it would, you know, everyone involved would be very aware of what's going on. Everyone would give prior consent. But the list of people I can think of who would say yes to that is a single-digit number, probably less than 4. I can think of one person I know who would say yes. I can think of a second person who would maybe say yes. And a third that would be a very difficult sell to. Consent, but the first thing you're going to do is graphically describe common practices for at least one edge play fetish. Look, I mean, I'm sure I won't get banned for it. It's fine.
I'm sorry, Leshii, but if you called me for stream stuff by surprise, I think the entertainment would just feel phoned in.
Jokes aside, I think that would also be accurate. I think that thing would last a very short time before everyone involved would get very tired of me. But it would also probably be like, I don't know, 50,000 points or something like that. Very, very rare thing. And I would not permit a mod to refund it. But again, it will probably never happen because it is, if nothing else, extremely inconvenient to set up. Pebbles. I think your issue mostly stems from it being open by default. Yes, the fact that you can't just flat out turn it off is insane. That is not how any service should ever be set up. And the fact that they're pushing it over other things that desperately need actual service is irresponsible. It is so strange that they have decided to put so much of their fucking bank on this feature that nobody asked for and doesn't even work on all browsers. Like, you can't even fucking do it, last I checked, on Firefox. You have to be on Chromium in some capacity. Like, it's almost as though whoever they've got working on this thing is forced to give as little thought to it as possible. There is no way to turn it. If you haven't looked into it, Bevy, it is like, you can't turn it off permanently. You can mute it for a stream or mute it for like however long time period, less than a day. Or the workaround that people are doing, that you can set it to only like a set selection of favorite people can participate, and then you leave that like set list of people blank. Like, you do not add anyone to the list, so it just defaults to nobody's permitted. That is the only way that people have figured out so far to get it to not fucking bother you. It is a silly hee hee ha ha for someone of my relatively like small following. I cannot imagine how bad it would be for like Zentrea. Anyone with over 10,000 followers, anyone with over 100 like concurrent viewers on average. God forbid you go over 1,000 or like 500 concurrent viewers. Insane. You would never find peace again. ridiculously resource intensive compared to just doing it the way you normally do. Scheduled collabs from people that are telling me. And then clear all your favorite. Yeah. God, it's so fucking bad. They set it up with no forethought whatsoever. Imagine how fucking bad it's gonna be for, like... Well, I'm okay with XQC being bothered a lot. I'm okay with that. There are a lot of people at the top of the stream list that I just cannot give enough of a shit about to feel bad for. But there are some people that I know of that would be bothered forever. And they don't deserve that. They don't deserve that at all. Thing that it requires people to be live streaming at the same time, and you can set it up to be limited on who can even attempt to knock. Yes, that is the thing. You have to set up the limitations, otherwise all it takes is someone hitting go live in OBS, and then just fucking, like, hitting the button. They don't even have to be, like, set up or doing anything. It just checks if their channel is live. So dumb. I can tell where their heart's at. I can tell that they haven't put enough thought into it. Let's, what? Let's this. I don't want to have to put all of this fucking concrete into thing, so we're gonna... This. At pipe. Here it is. Basic pipe upgrade. I think will allow me to do a thing. Gonna go knock. Have a good night, Scapegoat. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. But yes, yeah, you got it all figured out. It's just so fucking nonsensical. It's set up with no consideration for the average streamer. No need for it at all. How do I do this? How do I... Oh, well, whatever. Let's configure all that. How do I configure this? Pipes. I guess I'll make a pipe wrench. Never had to do this before. Yeah, I need sticks and flint. Get 2 flint. A pep. Sticks. What are my sticks? There we go. Anyway, yeah, this is why they had to raise subscription rates. This is why they had to, yeah, there we go. This is why they had to change the UI for mobile. That's a joke. That's not true. There we go. Where are you, you slithery bastard? Fuck you. Also, the pre-warned business notice for inflation. What? I haven't heard of that. Wait, how do I make this work? Ready to work. Go ahead. Make my concrete powder, please. You are so full of water. Hey. Take one. Show me any indication that you're working. Anything? Oh, we have to do it the real way. Fuck. All right. Reading further into it, it mentions your favorites can always knock, and you can set it to these other categories too, but that doesn't describe or show favorite. Yeah, the favorites are in a separate menu. Part of what makes it so cool is that they don't give you the tools to set these things up right the first time. Very cool of them, thank you. It's one of those things. Okay. Get a bunch of this down. Bunch of this down. Bunch of this. Yes. It's obtuse. It's not done very well. As we've already expressed many times. It's bad. Such is the way of things, unfortunately. You know, better moderation tools. Nah, we'll make it so people can fucking call. Fun. I say being someone who wanted to do that in the first place, but not like this. With consent, goddammit. Not worth it if everyone involved isn't having fun. Not worth it if someone who is, you know, achieving their dreams is bothered by randos all the fucking time. There we go. But yes. If you don't use the Twitch collab settings, you probably don't have it. It's true. My list was empty to start with. I used to have favorites displayed, but I don't remember why I stopped. I don't remember if I stopped or if they just changed the system and I didn't bother fixing it. Regardless, yeah. It's not great. There are better ways to do what they want it to do that are less resource intensive, a lot faster, less reliant on Twitch's servers, which are already kind of shaky sometimes. It's a bad situation all around. All of this for a website that has publicly expressed multiple times that they are losing money every year to a pretty significant margin. Is there any wonder that TwitchCon gets less impressive every year? At least nobody got hurt this time, at least last I heard. I could be wrong, though. Hope not. I could be wrong. And now, if you wanted to join Leshii stream, first of all, they'd tell me no. If they were too drunk to realize it was a terrible idea. You know, hypothetically, if I said yes, you wouldn't be able to because I have the settings on right now, but...
Say what you will about DashCon. Nobody broke their back in that ball pit.
It's true, Joe. It's true. It's arguable that someone broke their egg in that ball pit. But we don't know for sure. That's just how things kind of go sometimes. Breaking the egg. That's not a fucking phrase, is it? Yeah. That's all it takes. YouTubers have figured out how to collab easily for ages. 5 taken to the hospital, 1 confirmed concussion. From the last one? What? How late do I plan on block tonight? That's a good question. Is there something that needs doing? Foam pit, yeah. Ugh. Curious before you boot up game. I mean, I'll probably go for at least another hour. Usually go until midnight. Usually. I can stop early if needed, but... just had my shit sorted, too. Yeah. Alright, away all this crap. Done, you know who to raid to. Oh, I'll have a look. Gotta open up Discord again. My God. How dare you? I need more Opus Insertum. Need more Felsic Tough, which means I need more Tough and Pumice. Doof. Need more Doof and Pumice. Might need to get under the bath and make something happen. Uh-oh. On that note, I've seen the 3D setup you use. Yes. It's been a minute, but yes. I think you've made some renovations since I was last able to catch a stream of yours. But yes. We'll say for the sake of me sounding like I'm very good at keeping up with people and say yes. I feel bad about that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Basic system, simple stuff. Overlap too much. It's true. True. I follow you often enough that, or not often enough. I follow you enough that I should have no trouble with catching a stream, but also just that fucking time of day, busy for everyone. Hard out here being as cool and talented as we are. Both of us. Clearly. I think I only need 60. Try that. Everything we need. Bath complete. The most kind of neatest thing you can do is just have someone send a copy of their model and put it in and set it up remote tracking. Yeah. It's possible. There's really, really dumb, inefficient ways, but we can do it. God knows, I think both of us have made some interesting choices for the sake of making sure that people can see us in a collab. There we go. That features the setup. Oh. Fair enough. Do you use motion? Is that what you use? I feel like I once knew the answer to this. Yep. Okay, yes, you do use motion. Motion has been such a fucking breakthrough, and I'm disappointed that I don't use it, but I want to. But I don't want to have to model a cave. So once I have a different setup, it'll come. But yes, yeah, motion makes a lot of that stuff like borderline trivial for the sake of like figuring out systems. Want a stupid answer to that? Sure. Sure. Give me a dumb answer. Fuck. There we are. Put your background on a plane in the background. Stick your avatar in front of it. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. That's basically it, isn't it? I do hope to, in the future, make like a real proper motion setup. I'm not like much of a 3D model person yet. As much as I want to. I'm a ways off from being able to afford that. But that's not to say that I'm not coming up with ideas. Still use all the interaction stuff that it has that you don't use in Unreal. Put all your foreground stuff up in OBS like you do now. It's true. One day. Pardon my crunching. One day. I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of ideas. Haven't made it happen yet, you know? And a big part of that, I think, honestly, is just that I haven't, I want to get a 3D model one of these days, but I haven't even, like... I haven't even gotten up enough money for fucking version 2 of Live 2D. I don't even know if I, like, want to do 3D as my main thing. One of those things. It feels like everyone I know that goes into 3D from Live 2D stays there. Nobody ever, like, does a little bit of one, a little bit of the other. Except those that do VR stuff. They switch it up. For whatever reason. There we go. I'm gonna find enough other people you actually like to do board games at a 3D table. God, that would be good. God, that would be good. You know, we keep talking about the things that we like doing, and there's a lot of overlap. One of these days, I ought to actually show up and stay for your streams. Goodness knows we've been talking on and off through post-raid chatter for almost a year now. Oh god, it's been longer than a year. Fuck, time keeps going. I'm not ready for time. Oh, god. Anyway. Watching melody swaps between... Yeah, I think she is probably the biggest example I can think of. She doesn't exist much in my usual demographic, so I don't think about her a whole lot. But it's true. Keep getting old. I've come to know enough actual old person VTubers now. Some are young and imitating it, some are actually old. I wonder about that sometimes. I wonder at what point does the aesthetic of the elderly become a marketable thing? Oh god. I got these new wings. Kind of hard to handle sometimes, especially around water. Oh god. Stop flying. There we go. There we go. There we go. Fuck, stop flying. I gotta take off my wings when I'm doing construction, swear to God. Old for a VTuber. Look, old for a VTuber is already like a very, very mismatched like understanding of what old is in the public image, right? I'm fucking 30 and people think that I'm kind of old for a VTuber. Overwhelmed as one would be, placed in my position, such a heavy burden now to be the one. Hello, Chupacabra, welcome in. My youngling, it doesn't feel like it. Half the people that I know in this are between 21 and 24. Everyone else is like 36 or up. Pardon my crunching again. I didn't mean to make it so loud. Barely 20 recently. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Streaming in general trends pretty young. It's just kind of a thing that young people do a lot and participate in, both as a viewer and as a content creator. Requires a certain amount of youth. Those of us that can handle it past a certain age are not few, but not frequently represented, and there are too many that actively try to obscure their age for the sake of appealing. I think there's a grander public conversation in VTubing about, you know, not being ashamed of that. But it is entirely true that for some people out there, especially the most popular ones, the average age of their viewership is between, I want to say, 18 and 24. Like when the people that follow you are too young to remember 9/11. Ugh. And that applies to Europeans too. You're not real. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is a very, very, very hot take. Because at the end of the day, it does not matter, even in the slightest. But I find that there are a lot of full-time, almost daily, like 8+ hours a day streamers who are themselves in their early to mid-20s. And they're fine people, regardless of what I normally think about a person. And the only thing that I can say about them is that I find it very boring sometimes when someone is so young that they don't have a lot to talk about. And when you are a full-time streamer and you spend 8 hours a day, almost every day, streaming, and you don't get out a whole lot, and you don't do a whole lot else, you don't have a lot to talk about. And it doubles up into a person who is extremely emotionally animated, very, very, like, bombastic personality, and not a single thing to say. That's kind of where my head's at, even if it's maybe unfair or an uncharitable consideration of others. But I can't easily stick around someone streaming who has so little to talk about. I say rambling about fucking nothing myself. Get encouraged to tell weird stories from your life regularly and, like, not sure what... Look, everyone has something that goes on. Everyone's got some story. Whether it's, excuse me, Twitch appropriate or not is up to the individual. God knows some of mine I can't really say on Twitch. But if you get into content creation when you're really young, you have so much of your energy that you can put towards content creation. And sometimes that becomes reflected when you're slightly older and you're talking with your peers and you're realizing that it's all small talk and it doesn't change. Feel that's when Pat on Castle Super Beast mentions, I decided to go out and do something so I'd have something to talk about this week. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how I started having to handle things, so that I had something to talk about with y'all. Fucking hell, I wasn't even young. I'm just a homebody. I don't leave the house because I don't like it. But I had to start leaving the house to have something to talk about. How I had to handle it when I was like in the worst of my depression too. That's how it is. As a pet peeve that's related, lewd tubers that just flat out inexperienced virgins and need to end up spreading really bad info to people about safety. I cannot speak to the experience of others. However, said it before and I'll say it 1,000 times, there are a lot of lewd tubers out there who will promote sex as a promotional effort and as a commodity, but are unwilling to get close enough with their audience to talk about consent and communal consent. And I've spoken about it with you, Menagerie. I've spoken about it, I think, the last time you raided me. There are people out there who are ostensibly not sex workers, but use sex as a very major part of their branding, for lack of a better term, who do not talk about consent and have insanely toxic followings because they are just horny all the time and unsatisfied, versus actual sex workers who generally have that conversation and kick people out who don't match the vibe and have fucking fantastic followings. People who are extremely respectful and very, insightful and interesting and, pleasant to have around. And I think that's kind of where my personal perspective hits with that. There's just a lot of people out here who are just horny, and it's okay to be horny, but sometimes you gotta be a little bit more than just horny. You gotta put yourself into that too. If it's not a personal effort, then you're not really connecting with anyone. And if you're not connecting with anyone, then you're just doing a job. And I have to allow anal. As Menagerie says, when someone decides to do videos on BDSM and talks about anal being kinky, you kind of have a good idea. Yeah. Yep. Yes. It's a big thing. And you can tell. You can tell when you're older. When you're younger, it's hard to tell sometimes. How you feel with the art community, because every time there's certain kinds of people in a community that have nothing to say other than art, makes them really avoidable due to how passion took over their experience other than being real as fuck as a human being. It's part of why it's part of why a lot of the best artists that we can think of right now are themselves, like, A, unrepentant freaks, but B, people who are, like, what's the word? Multidisciplinary? They have multiple things that they do. Van Gogh is a particular freak who is notable despite the fact that he
gave me whiplash, but also it made me wonder how your TTS bot would handle it.
Pretty well, it seems. But like Van Gogh is partially notable because he was an excellent artist and he didn't really do anything else. He did paintings and he got sad, and that is generally not how an important person in the landscape of the evolving world is, and yet he did it. After death, mind you. That shouldn't have to be a prerequisite, but it was for his time. But that dude didn't do shit. And he is an outlier. A lot of the other people who make the things that we know and love or hate are craftspeople in more than one area and have an understanding of how life experiences interweave into personal expression. Art is a lot of things, but more than anything, art is personal expression and passion made manifest. And if you are very technically skilled, that's fine. But if you don't put yourself into it, it doesn't mean anything. And that's part of why AI sucks. There's no life experience going into it to inform any particular decision. Imagine you had to have a discussion with the fanfic writer about lube and anal, and also how a guy getting his balls crushed would absolutely hurt a lot. Whole experience on ball crushing was better. What? What? Thank you for that, Tona. Oh my god. Holy shit. Zonal surgery. What? I'm catching up. I'm sorry. God, it's there's a lot of people out there. I say a lot of this with my whole ass out because I myself am also an unrepentant non-artist with not a lot of multidisciplinary ability. I don't really make anything. For those who don't know, everything on my screen has been made by a friend. Everything you see has either been made by a friend or was sourced from, I will call them free sources, or will be replaced by things that were made by a friend when I get around to it. Don't look at me. So I myself don't really do a whole lot of anything, but I know what I like to look at art, and it's seeing what other people lived through and what caused them to make certain decisions and all that sappy shit. And it's I think it is also a big part of why I just fucking hate AI. Probably more than an artless plebe like myself should. I understand the value of art because I'm fucking surrounded by killer artists, and I have nothing to like, I don't have a lot to put forth myself because I spent a whole lot of my life doing jack shit, and that's why I'm doing this now. I want to do jack shit with somebody, and that somebody is you. You, viewer. You! Oh, shit. It's not a secret that I let depression ruin my fucking life past a certain point. And I didn't have to, but I didn't know what to do, and I didn't have anyone to help me until it was already too late. And thankfully, I was able to come back from it. But for a decent chunk of my life, I didn't do anything. I didn't have creative expression. I started writing, and then I stopped because I didn't think that anyone would ever want to read it. And at which point, I firmly believed in my mind that art was pointless, and art that isn't seen has no value. And I know that that is different now. I've changed a lot as a person. You were the motherfucker who's eating my fucking pill. Where did you go? But like, art is art. Art can be made for any purpose, but if it's not made by someone who's lived, then sometimes you can kind of tell. Sometimes you can kind of tell. A good artist will make a good piece of something that looks, sounds, or feels, or tastes good. A great artist will make something that you have to think about a little bit. It could be good, it could be bad. But if you don't forget it, that's all the life experience being poured into that. Love to shit on people. Hold on. We're here super excited because you're finally commissioning a model after the 6 you've made yourself by and making a new set to go with the new model. Very excited. Learn in life that you did not make it in life with passion by your side. You want to have an experience with life and explore more of what you've never done, and currently aiming for something really big. Love to shit on people who only like you for art because that's it. It's... I think there is an underappreciated let me rearrange my words. I think things like life drawings as an exercise are underappreciated by people who don't understand art. Because physically putting yourself in a space and seeing the people around you and taking the time to notice the subtleties of them and put it to paper, tablet, whatever fucking medium you use is a big part of the first steps of expressing what life is in art, right? There are a lot of people who do still life shit for technical skill, but there is to put it in a certain way, one of the main reasons that I latched on to the artist for my model, and a lot of the art that I have so much, is that not only was she an incredibly skilled, capable artist in a traditional sense, but despite having a kind of rough life in a lot of ways, she was astoundingly capable of depicting genuine emotion in drawn art. The expressions that she made on the characters that she drew were extremely, like, maybe not realistic, but extremely captivating, very full of emotion, in ways that I've seen a lot of people who are equally, if maybe not more technically skilled in an industry perspective, simply don't, because they defer to things as a product rather than expression. And there are very, very few people that I know who come close to depicting like a person in love or in anguish as well as my model artist can. And I have very similar feelings about a lot of the people who have made a lot of my other assets. I've latched onto them, A, because they're terrific people, and I love their company, but B, because they, regardless of their own life experience, have learned how to take what a person feels and put it into the drawn medium in a way that I cannot find elsewhere. It speaks to me on such an important level that I can't let go of it. Right? Sorry, I stopped paying attention to chat while I was rambling. Did I ever tell you a lot of the reason that you stream like you do? I don't think I have heard your backstory. Art is just a hobby to me, not some kind of lifestyle, because again, that's genuinely the most boring and uninteresting part of going nowhere. Prefer if people were honest about how they feel. Want to see people's real thoughts. Everyone keep hiding shit. It's true. Finding your biggest supporters, regardless of the feedback they give, is very, very important. Before I started streaming, and I still like to think of myself as one, despite the fact that I haven't been participating in a long time, I was a writer. And I think I still can be, I just haven't written anything in a little while. But there are a few times that I have felt as inspired or as valuable as an artist in that regard than when I was able to write something for someone else to see and have them tell me, A, if they liked it or not, or B, if they read deep enough into it to be able to have some sort of lasting secondary thoughts about it. And if they didn't like it, then what parts didn't sit well with them? What didn't, click? When I was in a group of other writers and we critiqued each other, I felt astoundingly powerful. And I haven't set that up again, but I want to. And I think that's part of why some of what I do on my off days in the artist group that I helped to run with my partner feels good, is that, we are all very capable of looking at each other's stuff and, saying whether or not we like it, we usually do, but also when critique is asked, we're able to point out what exactly doesn't work without it being like a feelings thing, without it being like a personal issue. It's just, hey, what if you tried this? What are you going for? I don't see it yet. Keep trying, Shit like that. It's important. It's important to be challenged, and it's important to have things kind of scrutinized in a way. But honesty is the biggest part of that. And even if people don't like a certain something, if you are informed enough of the decision that you made, you're aware enough that it was intentional, you can explain why it's like that, that's equally as important. Backing up your own shit, you know? Fuck. Sorry, I keep getting into these long rambles. Bad childhood, bad relationships, went to a very dark place, and the big thing that probably would have helped was just having someone that would talk honestly. Yeah. Your count for winning on streaming is having a few people that told you that just having that kind of community had got them out of a dark place. Aw. That's a big part of it here too. I don't think that I have been at this long enough to have provided that sort of like community vibe yet. However, I have been told by people that watching me stream and like hearing me talk has helped them feel less dysphoric about the parts of their body that they don't feel good about, of their voice, of their interactions with other people. And that shit is kind of what keeps my blood pumping, is friends and some people who I'm not like close to, just viewers, have stopped by and shared that the little efforts that I do have helped in some way, and that's... Fuck. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have stopped ages ago, but by God, I would have locked down chat ages ago. I might have stayed a silent streamer if that was not the case. I don't think I would have worked as hard to improve myself if not for the folks who come by and lend me their time every day as well. It's all tied to something else, isn't it? There isn't much in the world that's worth doing for just one person's sake. But if you can do it for two, that's enough to do a whole lot. Fairness, you should stop rating me because every time you do, I get introspective. You know, maybe that's the only thing that that stops me from just talking about hating Enderman. Maybe it's okay. Maybe you're allowed to get me introspective. God knows I'm old enough. I should talk more about something other than the game I'm playing. Speaking of which, I've completely procrastinated and I need to build my fucking bath. God damn it. Fuck. Let's see. I need to line the edge of the bath with something. Let's consider limestone. Fucking hell. I'm not gonna tell you to get out of here, Menagerie, obviously. I enjoy your company a lot. Of all the people that I've met in doing this, you are absolutely very, very high on the list of people that I'm quite happy to have met. Wouldn't limestone leach into the bathwater and dissolve? Maybe that'll just make the edges feel even more soft. I don't know. Let's see what it look like. God damn it. I'm just gonna let y'all have that for a little while. Enjoy yourselves. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, that looks weird. Maybe we can fix it with a bucket. Right. Can't have a fella in my bucket. One sec. Gonna go up. Hit. Ow. Bucket.
Dance! Magic dance! Magic dance!
Fuck you. Back to the original topic. Why we get along. Wrote a lot years ago, was submitting things and talking to editors as far back as high school. Oh, I never got that far. Oh. Didn't know they could feed each other. Nice. Here we go. That looks good, I think. I haven't completed a story in years now. I wrote a lot of... God, it's almost embarrassing to say. Most of what I've written is... fan fiction. Not in the way that I ever did like AO3 or fanfiction.net or anything, but I would write small things for like friends. I hope to write something more meaningful, and I have a working world building project going on as a hobby right now. A hobby on top of all the other hobbies that I've got going on, I guess. But I don't think I've ever written anything long enough to be published. Granted, I've certainly tried to, like, make a visual novel before. And if that's not getting published, then, you know, what is, really? But, you know, it's hard out there. Hard out there to be motivated. It's hard out there to be a fucking writer. Similarly, at one point, did comic art well enough that it had some offers to do art for some indie comic companies. Holy shit. Quit drawing for over a decade because you couldn't find any point in anything you created. That's how it goes, isn't it? It's hard. Depression is a bitch. It is. It robbed me of a very long period of my life that I wish I could get back, but I can't. And I can't fault anyone for struggling with it. I hope. Work. I lost... It could have been a decade. It didn't get that far, but it could have been. I have been affected by depression that I'm sure has debilitated certain parts of my life for longer than this, but I became a very depressed, non-functional hoarder for, I want to say, about 6 to 7 years. I err on the side of 6 because it was on my 7th year that I was finally receiving therapy and medication. But I did flunk out of college because of it. Not great. Not terrific. I gave up on my dreams of being a successful writer because of it. College had some impact on that as well. College professor was not great. And I certainly tried a whole lot worse, unsuccessfully. Thank God. And depression takes everything from you. And eventually you can find it to get back to things, but you'll never get those years back. You just have to do your best to make peace with that. Hard. The best time to do things you wish you'd already done is right now. Exactly. It's the most annoying philosophy in the world, but it's true. You do have to take care of who you are right now. Nobody spends this much time with you. You do. I think at some point you just accepted that without the years of struggle and the bad decisions, you wouldn't be who you are now. After a lot of work, you kind of like who you turn into most of the time. I find myself... Peace is not the right answer because it's always a journey forward, right? I'm not done healing. I still have a whole lot to work with. I don't want... but... Fuck, what was I gonna say? Shit. I don't think I'm done in my gradual journey to freedom from myself, I suppose. But if nothing else, the person that I've become since I started working on myself is much, much closer to the kind of person that I want to spend the rest of my life with than the person that I was when I started. Got our bath set up. I think I spoke this earlier in the stream, but I think some of y'all weren't here for it. I have this little aquarium here. I want to retool it. I don't like the way that it looks. I love my 2 chunky catfish boys, but we're probably gonna move the aquarium elsewhere and turn this into like a bug terrarium, so it isn't like clouded by the water much. I don't know. I'm talking. I'm rubber ducking right now. Don't mind me. Can I get thinner glass panes on it? As long as I'm not using it to hold water, yes. And I will for the bug terrarium, but for the aquarium itself, not really. Not without it looking equally shit. Actually, now that you mention it, I might be able to. Let me... I answered no, but you've done me a think. And now I need to investigate. Let me... This geode. Hi. Play Minecraft anymore. Under normal circumstances, I think in vanilla, you would not be able to. However, playing modded, so some of the rules are different. Some of the rules are fuck around with the shapes of many... Did I crash? Nope, we're okay. Fuck around with a lot of things that you normally can't. Yep. Whew. Wish Minecraft had more sea creatures. What mods for? I'll mod any fucking game that I can. I'm incorrigible. You can't stop me. I am a developer's worst nightmare. I am the person that plays Skyrim once and decides that it isn't worth playing again until there's a whole second game's worth of content in it. This is not what I'm looking for. That's a fence. I need... gate slab, wall, stairs. Doors, trapdoors, panels. Paper walls. Nope. Ah, fuck. Nope. That's not it. Glass vertical. Nope. All right. Maybe not. Maybe there isn't a way. I know how I can make it look better, but not in the way that I want. Did I ever play Elite Dangerous? Not yet, but I want to. I do own it. And I have I have Scavenger who really wants me to play it. One day I will. Loved it when it came out, yeah. Let me allow them bitches. Space truck, do a little combat if you felt like it, etc. Yep, that's definitely the way I think I would play it. A lot of space trucking. Then they decided to add a political faction system. Ah, yes, I can see where that would influence one's taste, for lack of a better term. Yes. It's one of those things that I can understand not being to someone's taste. I have a complicated relationship with expanding gameplay myself. I say playing with a mod pack called All the Mods 9 because there wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to just have one. And added land-based stuff, and you just wanted to be a space trucker. Are you gonna play the space trucking game when it comes out? Yeah, Tona, on the same page. You tried it. It's not what I want it to be myself, because I think I get the space trucking experience that I want out of No Man's Sky. But I won't say it doesn't have potential. I think it has potential. I think that game could turn into a much better game with time. Unfortunately, I am also of the opinion that that game could turn into a much better game with mods. And that is where a part of me is invested in the... I don't think I can complete the sentence that I was about to say and not sound like a fucking insane person. But anyway. Yes, it is American Truck Simulator in space in the sense that it is definitely tedious for the sake of being tedious. Some people really like that, not everybody, and that's fine, right? It doesn't have to be for everyone. It certainly is a trucking experience, but I think it's... I think, being a fan of the No Man's Sky method, I think it's a little structured for my tastes. I think when it comes down to being effectively just quests you go on, it loses a little bit of the free spirit that I think I'm looking for. But yes. If it gets in VR, your opinion might change. That's also a big point. Things like recharges battery for this system on the truck. I kind of liked that, but I think there was critical little like in-game documentation to tell me what there is and how to do it in the demo. I'm gonna keep my eye on it for when it releases. But I have full expectation that I will approach this game as something I do with friends or like in a call. I think I would lose my mind if it was just me. Just trucking alone, right? Frisian Minecraft is crazy. Look, sometimes mods add a little something. I tend to stick with mods that are like kind of magical in nature, or if they are mechanical, they have a strong visual component, so it's not just electricity in a box. Several of my favorite things are like, there's a mod called Create, where you tie things up to like a water wheel or a windmill or things like that, and they have moving like axles and shafts, and all of these things like move according to the approximate speed of your system. It's all based on rotational force. It looks beautiful, right? It's very visually appealing. There are a lot of mods where it is, this box makes you ore 2 times. This box makes your animals fuck more. This box turns your food into hyper nutritious gloop. I don't like the mods where it's just like box does something. I make altars to dark gods and pray to them every day until they teach me the right symbols that they want me to cast, and then they fucking don't. They just don't do it. So I have to learn elsewhere. But my bad RNG has nothing to do with how visually appealing things are. If it is not a joy to behold, I don't give a fuck. What was my point? I'm sorry, I forgot the point that I was making. I like overcomplicating things if it isn't just, like, clearly power fantasy. If it leads to something that looks cool, I care. If it doesn't, it means nothing to me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I'm here to have a good time, and if I live in a fucking dingy hole with nothing pretty in it, what's the point? I'd rather die. With Minecraft, I have made a house. It has a fire for a light source. I have a lava pit for chucking things you don't want. This is perfect. I'm gonna go get lost someplace on the other side of the map and never come back now. That's the thing. That's the fucking thing, right? I'm gonna try not to slap my hands right next to the mic. I'm sorry. I spent a tremendous amount of my time playing Minecraft in ways where I would dig into the mountain, and then I would go explore, and then I would come back and I would dump my shit, and I'd go explore, and I'd come back and I'd dump my shit until I live in a house that is full of fucking like barrels and chests, and it looks like shit, right? This is my natural way of playing, and I don't love that because it sucks to have guests over. So I forced myself to learn how to do... Is that Peter Griffin in a jar? Yeah, don't worry about it. I got Lois and Stewie as well. But I force myself to make aesthetics things, and I find that despite the fact that it isn't as efficient, I want to spend more time here getting to know the things that I don't understand because I feel happy in the space that I live in. Because I look at the walls and I think, oh, this looks nice. I look at my fucking receptionist and I think, oh, he's so cool. I have my conveniences. I have my display spaces, and all of this ties into like a greater overall feeling of happiness that leads me to feeling less fatigued when I explore things that I don't understand. There are mods in this pack that I have not touched because they are needlessly complicated, and it is not that I can't handle them, but because I don't feel like I have an appropriate space to start exploring them. And if I have a space, as I'm building, I will put more effort into, like, learning. I found that a lot in real life as well, as I finally exited a space where I'm, like, either living with my parents or fucking renting, right? There's the impermanence of these things and the constant transient nature of the space that you live in makes it difficult to focus on anything with any permanence, in my experience. Not the same for everybody, but in my experience, I found it difficult to care. I felt it difficult to want to improve myself. And so even if it's not natural to me, or if I'm really fucking bad at it, or if it takes me a long time to learn, I will spend between the point that I joined to the point that the world ends building a cozy home because it makes me feel good and patient. And 9 times out of 10, I will spend 1,000 years making a home. I will not finish it, and everyone else on the server will have killed every boss, made a nuclear fucking factory to make infinite resources and infinite power, and never log in again. And so here I am, finally getting ready to explore some mod I've been curious about, and the server shuts off because I'm the only person fucking playing it. Ah! It hasn't happened on this one yet, but it will. I tell you, it will. I was worried I wouldn't have a functioning bath before the server died, but here we are. I think you spend a lot of your effort in general trying to make a safe, happy place to exist, where your sets for stream change so much. I vibe with that. But I think I am also the kind of person that I have been spending a tremendous amount of my recent life trying to enrich my own shit and to stop being so goddamn hopeless and helpless, right? I am still in recovering after doing terrible things to my psyche and ruining my own ability to motivate myself. And doing things like this kind of help me feel really accomplished, even if it doesn't get finished or even if it doesn't really look all that good. It's kind of like a testament to me kind of improving, both on myself and on others. And it's... a lot of it is why I don't play Minecraft in, like, single player anymore. I want to, I have the urge, but every time I get things set up, I kind of just get tired immediately and don't do it. I want to build things on a server and then show somebody, not for any reason other than just to know that I did it, you know? I'm not making a bathhouse for me, I'm making a bathhouse for anyone that wants to stop by and, like, if for nothing else, have a pretty place to sit and AFK in while their character gets the benefit of my warm bath. Which there is a mechanical benefit. I'm not doing this just for looks. This looks great. I'm so happy with the particles. I've never done this before. I love this mod, but I've never gotten this far before. But, like, this also has a mechanical benefit to the game, and that's part of why I like it a lot. That's just how it is, you know? I don't know, that's how I am. Going to bed. Fair. Take good care of yourself, Menagerie. It's always a joy when you stop by. I hope you take good care of yourself. Have a good rest. You've earned it. Gonna sound weird, but you can feel that by my point of reference is like RTS games rather than Minecraft. Gotta get the base looking good for when the enemy army rolls in. Exactly! I don't want to look like a schlub when fucking Genghis Khan shows up. For an example of many others, there's a mod in this called Theurgy. I think it is supposed to be kind of like a play on, like, medieval thaumaturgy or alchemy, where you take various chemical compounds and use them to turn metals into other things. It is a very... not strictly magical, but kind of fantasy vibe method of ore duplication, which is one of the key, like, starting points for many mods is how do I make iron into 2 iron, right? And I don't engage with a lot of them, or those that I do are the very simple ones. But this one is like, you build a little lab full of all these quirky little fucking devices with all these tubes and wires, and it looks crazy. And I don't know how to build it. But once I have like a cozy place to park in, I want to learn. But I don't want to learn in my shitty cave house. That sucks. I'm surrounded by chests, always bumping into shit. There's a mod in here where I can have all of this hoarding shit tucked away behind a wall, and I can have little animated book fellas, little dragons made out of books that fetch my things for me and bring them back as I write what I need down in a magic journal. And that feels so fucking cool, more than using the search function and trying to squint at my barrels to see if I have what I need. I just want to live in a fantasy world that isn't Harry Potter. I want to live in a fantasy world where there's no British people. If you want infinite iron, you just need to form it into a bar, and then there's a trick you learned from Tumblr for getting infinite chocolate that I think we can... I wish I was an artist, because I think that, as a joke premise, would go over insanely well with the dwarves. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I think that would be a tremendously funny thing to bring to the dwarves. But like, even in that, there are ways to get infinite iron, and it relies on astounding cruelty and farming villagers' misery. And it's, you build a little contraption where the villagers get scared by a zombie, and their fear causes them to spawn an iron golem, which you subsequently burn to death or suffocate so that it drops a couple of iron bars. And that is insanely effective and makes me so goddamn sad I could cry. Frankly. And besides, at the end of the day, I'm a dwarf. I should be digging a hole. I should be mining my own ore. How I choose to process that, that's different. At present, I summon a little demon fella, and he crushes it up in his bare hands, and then I smelt it from there. You made one of those machines in your convention server? I don't really care, but I think if I were to build one, I think I would feel sad. I don't really care that much, because here, this box allows me to manufacture baby villagers. This is from the mod called Easy Villagers. It's mostly made to give you the utility of villagers without the CPU impacting AI. But, I don't know. It's... especially for vanilla, it is the most efficient way to get an insane amount of iron. But I have mods at my disposal, and I can get that iron in more thematically interesting and visually appealing ways, and I'm going to, right? It's all about the vibe. And we're still building up to that vibe, but for now, I spent 90% of this night waffling, and a very small percent actually getting things done. I'm quite happy to have this bath done. I still got to finish off the rest of the room, but I seem relatively capable of doing that off stream, so I might do that. But I might also put fucking here. You know what? You know what I can do? You know what I can do? Let me exercise some of my magic. Pop. 3. There we go. Let me show you my magical power. I need light in this bath. Why don't I do it my way? But I have to go get my book. One sec. Ow. Let's see, where did I put that book? Is this it? Yes. Let me show you the power that I've drawn from the Elder God. That right here. Monsters Inc., but they scare people to get minerals instead of energy. Fuck. Basically. Ooh, decorative blocks. I didn't think about these. Another time. Nope, not this one. Where is it? Light again? Light prayer. Nope. Chant of light. Here we go. That's right. It's, I fire. There we go. I fire, I fire. Fire, I fire. Over here. Boop, boop, boop. Pull these down. There we go. My beautiful hot spring bath is lit. It's not hugely obstructive. It's not even all that bright. I should maybe find a different solution. But that's what I can do. I think I have a couple other solutions that might be a little bit more fitting. But for now, that works and it'll keep monsters out of it. I hope. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment. I like that because you can make a haunted house with it. Exactly. Exactly. You can do all kinds of shit. Modding gets a bad rap from people who just fucking sit there and sit on their fucking grinders and look for gay men to have sex with while turning their ore into duplicated ore. Weren't you supposed to be going to bed? Why don't I take a moment to puppy climbed in lap bedtime. Have a good night. We're gonna go ahead and raid on over if they're still up. Can't tell. They are. Are still up. Okay. We are gonna go raid over to a very, very good artist who is working on some very last minute art fight art called Miss Mingles. Never raided them before, so please treat them very, very well. I don't even know how often they stream, but here we are. We're gonna go over, say hi. I think I've reached about my limit on Minecraft tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Made some great progress. We've talked about a lot of shit. I've talked a lot of shit about other people. And I don't know. Take good care of yourselves and give Mingles a whole lot of love. Adios. Have a good night.